Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Bescheuertes Kurzes Bein. My name's Lea, and welcome back to the second test of the 2024-25 Border Gavaskar Trophy from Adelaide, the day-night test, the third day. Well, what happened so far? India won the toss, decided to bat, made 180. Just a second, there is some echo. I will have to eliminate that one. Okay, so India made 180 all out, and there were shades of Perth in the air. But then everything went downhill for India from there, as Australia responded with 337 all out, a deady 100, a 140 from Travis Head, doing India in. In response, India are now 128 for 5, still 29 runs in arrears, with Rishabh Pant and Nitish Kumar Reddy out at the crease, and probably the last partnership on which a lot of will depend for India. There is still Ravichandran Ashwin in the shed, but yeah, he made 22 in the first innings. We know that he has Test centuries in him. He has 6 of them so far, but the Indians will need this partnership to bat at least 1.5 sessions to give them any hope of setting any kind of target that will necessitate Australia to go out there with some intent. Yes, so probably Australia massively on top. The innings victory is still on. Let me tell you that the English have won by 323 runs in Wellington just a few minutes ago. And there is a match going on in Berkshire between South Africa and Sri Lanka. The Sri Lankans looked on for parity at the end of the second day. They didn't come, they did come close to the South African total in the first inning. South Africa made 358. Batting first at the end of the second day, the Sri Lankans were somewhere around 200 and something for 3. 242 for 3, but in the end they could only make 328, so 30 runs on first innings, the advantage for South Africa. And in their second innings, the South Africans are 191 for 3, so they lead by 221 runs. Probably a bit disappointing for Sri Lanka. Anyway, we are just a few short minutes away from play to resume here in Adelaide. Yesterday there were no shenanigans with the floodlights, as there were on the first day when the floodlights failed 2 separate times, which led to the close of play being pushed out 3 minutes, as the match officials gave the Indians 3 more minutes to bowl. Yeah, always the usual stuff. If you like this, if you don't want to miss anything, a like and a subscription to this channel are always very, very welcome. Also, use the YouTube chat freely. Get in touch with the stream. The Blue Sky handles are on the screen. The top one, the linuxlea.bsky.social, is the one that I will be monitoring today. But you should also follow the 2 other handles that are on your screen. The The second one is Jess, who was on yesterday for the third session of the day. And the bottom one is History of Everything, who was on for the start of play. He's a relatively big YouTuber, 60,000 subscribers, doing a lot of good work and making very, very funny videos about history and everything, as the name suggests. So consider following both of them over on Blue Sky. Let's have a look if anyone is with us. Not yet, but please do feel free. We are currently seeing some replays or some highlights of the second Indian innings. We are at 100 for 4 right now, so just a few more Rishabh Pant shots to go. He was smacking the Australian bowling all over the place yesterday, because he is currently on 28 of 25 deliveries. Generally speaking, the Australians have been bowling a few looseners yesterday. The Indian batsmen, apart from Pant, didn't go that hog wild or hell-bent for leather. The Indian wickets fell to really, really good deliveries, one has to admit, but Pant is going a bit bonkers right now. It's interesting to see because the Indian second innings is by far the quickest scoring in the match. The run rate is 5.33. The second highest run rate in the innings is the first Indian innings that is just a tad over 4 runs per over. The Australians went along at a more traditional 3.85, which is fine. Let's have a look at the scorecard. Pant is currently currently tied with Shubman Gill for the highest score in the second Indian innings. Gill is made 28 and Pant is currently 28 not out. He's out in the middle with Nitish Kumar Reddy, who is on 15 of 14. So those two have been going along at quite a nice clip, one would say. The picks of the bowlers have been Pat Cummins and Scott Boland. Both of them have taken 2 wickets. Boland, Cummins, probably the pick of the bowlers, considering that he has conceded only 33 runs for his 2 wickets, while Boland has conceded 39. Let's see what is happening here, and it looks like we are about to start the day's play. There is a graphic on the screen. India trail by 29 runs as a reminder, as we are seeing pictures of the Adelaide Oval, but I think that one, these pictures are from yesterday evening because it is very dark. The floodlights are on and the ground is relatively empty. Let me just caffeinate a bit. Anyway, let's have a look if anyone is with us. Again, you can always use Blue Sky or the YouTube chat. And I would really like if you did, as we are now underway. Mitchell Starc continues, left arm over the wicket to the left-handed Rishabh Pant, and this one is wide outside the off stump and is left alone by Rishabh Pant. First ball of the day. Starc with figures of 1 for 49 from 9.1 overs. The ground seems reasonably full. I think the first 2 days were record-breaking days in terms of attendance for Adelaide. They said something to that effect on the screen on the first 2 days as Stark continues left arm over the wicket and punt tries to step out and glance one or hack one over square leg. There is an appeal for caught behind, but no one seems inclined to review that one, neither Stark nor Carey, after thinking about it for 1 or 2 seconds. There is a bit of a discussion going on now. Stark towering over his teammates, looking right over their heads, and the decision has been reviewed. It has been reviewed, and it looks like a Rishabh Pant has missed that one. He's stepping out to the leg side, trying to play a filthy hack across the line of the ball, but it misses his inside edge, I would say, judging by the replays. The third umpire is rock and rolling, as they say the pictures right now on the screen. And now we have confirmation from the on-field umpire. This one is not out. So another dot ball. India remain on 128 for 5. Australia lose their second review as Stark continues left arm over the wicket, and there is an appeal for LBW as Rishabh Pant again tries to play across the line, misses it, but the impact is outside his leg stump. No one is really going to review that one. So the score remains on 128 for 5. India trail by 29 runs. In comes Stark again. Continues to bowl over the wicket, and he angles one across Pant, and Pant tries to glance that down towards fine leg, misses it again, and Carey gathers it. So 4 dot balls to begin the third day. India still needing a miracle here. As we are seeing replays of Scott Boland yesterday. He was excellent yesterday, even though he conceded a fair few or a few more runs than Patrick Cummins did for his 2 wickets. There are 2 slips and a gully in place for Rishabh Pant as Stark now overcorrects to the offside, bowls one wide outside the off stump that is left alone by Pant, and there is no run. Final delivery of the first over of the day coming up now from Mitchell Stark. There is extra cover mid on square leg, fine leg, there are slips, and there is a third man in place. Extra cover is now moving towards mid-off. And back towards extra cover again. Okay, so someone just getting some exercise in. And final delivery from Mitchell Stark, and this time he gets the outside edge of Rishabh Pant, who nicks it out into the slips, and the Australians have their first wicket in the first over of the day. And now India in deep trouble, and it is uncertain that the Australians will have to bat again, because the only one in this Indian lineup that can expected to hold a bat reasonably well is Ravichandran Ashwin, who is now out in the middle at number 8 for India. India still 29 runs behind. So let's see if the Australians can wrap up an innings victory here. It certainly looks a lot like it. Let's have a look if anyone is with us on social media or in the YouTube chat. Dan is in fine form over on Blue Sky. That is Dan Liebke, friend of the channel, who says Pan leaving the first ball, boo, and shortly thereafter, 4 minutes later, says out 6 ball, double boo. Let's have a look. There are notifications on Blue Sky, but it's just the light roller liking the announcement that we are live. So if you are listening, light roller, come in the chat. It's really it's I think it really helps. It really helps us out if you are interacting with the stream, everyone. If you are listening, also don't forget to like and subscribe, of course. As Patrick Cummins is now continuing to Nitish Kumar Reddy, who defends the first delivery that Cummins delivers right arm over the wicket into the offside, and there is no run. As we are seeing replays of Punt, who nicks off to Steve Smith in the slips, who has not had a very good time in the slips in this match. There were a few chances that went missing for Steve Smith. Also not a very good day with the bat for Smith in Australia's first innings, as Nitish Kumar Reddy glances one towards fine leg, and this one finds the boundary, so the Indian deficit shrinks to 25 runs as Nitish Kumar Reddy scores a 4 of Patrick Cummins, Captain Pat Cummins, or Paceman Pat, whatever you like to call, whatever you call him. Reddy moves on to 19 of 16, and I will inform you after the over if that is now the highest strike rate, because Punt had to go and he had to face a few dot balls. I think Reddy is now the fastest scoring Indian in the second innings, even though he now faces another dot ball, moving on to 19 of 17. Another replay of that Smith catch. Yeah, it wasn't a bad catch. Came flying to him at a reasonable speed. In comes Cummins again, right arm over the wicket, and this one is glanced towards gully by Reddy, and there is no run, but there is also no chance of a catch, as it hits the turf a comfortable 1.5 meters in front of gully, and I think that is Manos Labuskachny out there in the gully. I know most people call him Labuschagne, but if you search on YouTube for Australian cricket team lie detector, I think should get you there. He insists that his name isn't Manos Labuschagne, but Labuskachny. He gets electrocuted for saying that his name isn't Labuschagne, and he has to clarify that it's Labuskachny, but no other Australian can pronounce that. So I will. So please forgive me if I call him Labuschagne or Labuskachny or loose bus change. Depends on the situation, really, with how I pronounce his name. A single from Reddy, thus bringing Ashwin onto strike for the first time, and he is off the mark with a clip of his legs first ball. So that was the final delivery of Patrick Cummins. First over of the day, his 9th overall in the innings. 6 runs came off it. Ravichandran Ashwin is farming the strike now with that single of the final delivery. And the Indian deficit now is 23, if my math is correct. It is indeed India 134 for 6. End of the 26th over. 6 runs came from it, as I said. And I said that I would look at the strike rates. Yes, Nitish Kumar Reddy was the highest strike rate now that after that Rishabh Pant dismissal, as Ashwin leaves the first delivery of Mitchell Stark's 11th over, 2nd of the day. As Stark bowls left arm over the wicket to the right-handed Ashwin, angling one across him, but this one leaves Ashwin an easy decision to make, as he leaves one alone outside his off stump. Let's see if Stark reconfigures his run-up and goes around the wicket for the second delivery. No, he does not. And Ashwin drives him very straight into the offside. There is a fielder herring after it. And the Indians have taken 3 runs off that one. So now Ashwin moves on to 4 of 3. Reddy is on strike. He's on 20 of 19. And now Ravichandran Ashwin is the highest strike rate of the Indian innings, 133.33. As we are seeing replays of the dismissal of Ravichandran Ashwin in the first innings, he was out LBW to Mitchell Stark for 22. In comes Stark again, ready in his sights this time, and Stark continues over the wicket to the right-handed batsman, and again this one is left alone by Reddy. The angle not really threatening thus far by Stark to the right-handed batsman when he bowls over the wicket. India 137 for 6 after 26.3 overs. There are first slip, second slip, fourth slip and a gully for Stark as Reddy clips one into the leg side. And India take another single, 19 the deficit now. 2 more deliveries to go for Mitchell Stark in his 11th over. Ravichandran Ashwin is back on strike. 19 runs the deficit again. 2 more deliveries left. And Indian fans will have bad flashbacks to Adelaide during the 36 all-out debacle on the, I think, which one was it? I will have to look it up. As Ashwin defends one from Stark that is more onto the stumps, and he defends it confidently. No, that's not. Let's have a look at who has the most wickets at Adelaide Oval tests. Lyon has more than one, and in 3rd place is Mitchell Stark. Stark comfortably the best average at the Adelaide Oval in tests, 16.94. Warren had an average of 30.44, and in comes Stark for the final delivery, and this one is bowled down the leg side and Ashwin looks to glance it towards leg, misses it, and there is no run. 19 runs. The deficit for India as they remain on 138 for 6 after 27 overs. Stark with figures of 2 for 53 after 11. And let's have a look if anyone is with us. I know that my subscriber base is largely European and probably in the UK for that matter. So one time zone over from where I am in Germany. So it is about 20 minutes past 4 in the morning over there. Yeah, but if you are listening to this, please do get in touch. It makes everything that much easier. It's always better to have some company. And yeah, I mean you can probably understand it that some feedback really helps me out because it means that I don't have the feeling that I'm screaming into some digital void here. Yeah, so I think we are back with some more action. Yes, we are indeed. It is Cummins who continues. First delivery is a dot ball. The second one brings a couple for Nitish Kumar Reddy. So 17 the deficit, but the problem for India is that this is definitely the last pair that can be expected to bat. They would need at least 2 of those Jasprit Bumrah overs like during the last Pataudi Trophy, that would really help them when Bumrah was on strike for the most expensive over in Test history against Stuart Broad. 35 overs coming off that over, which was mental. As Cummins comes in again to Reddy, who defends it, and there is another dot ball after the previous ball was also a dot ball. So 17 runs the deficit. India, who have brought up their 140 with the couple of runs they took off the second delivery of the over, remain on 140 for 6. Cummins figures of 2 for 41 after 9.4 overs. As the field is reset a bit, in comes Cummins, right arm over the wicket to the right-handed Reddy, who defends this one stoutly into the offside. It is fielded by mid-on, who is coming running in. That is Travis Head, who furiously polishes the shiny side of the pink ball. Final delivery of Pat Cummins, 10th over, coming up now. As Head throws the ball to presumably Pat Cummins, readjusts his shades, and Cummins comes in. There are 3 slips, and Cummins bowls one short, right arm over the wicket, and this one is aimed at Nitish Kumar Reddy's head, and he ducks under it. There is no run, and Alex Carey takes it down the leg side. Again, no run. Let's have a look if anyone is with us. Well, again, you can use the YouTube chat. I would be delighted if you did. And if you are watching this, please consider liking and subscribing. That really helps me out. It's a relatively small channel. And I know it's it at least it started as a primarily German language channel, but I have branched out into English language content a lot lately. There are a few interviews with people from around my cricket circles, if you want to call it that. I have made a convenient English language playlist for everyone from the Anglosphere, or for everyone not German. So you can have a look around there. There are interviews with such luminaries as Aninder Dutta, author of Wizards, The Story of Indian Spin Bowling. There is a conversation with Andy Ryan from Reverse Swept Radio. There is a conversation with Will, who is a fellow Guerrilla Cricket alumni, as well as Gary Naylor. Very, very fun chat with Gary about life, cricket, life, and everything else. WG Rumble Pants has been on, stuff like that. So please have a look if that might interest you. Stark is continuing to Ravichandran Ashwin. Stark remains left arm over the wicket to the right-handed Ashwin, and the first two deliveries are held down by Ravichandran Ashwin, defended. There is no run. He is on 4 of 7 now, so I think that means that Pant is again the fastest scoring Indian batsman, because Reddy has played out a few dot balls thus far this morning. In comes Stark again, left arm over the wicket. And this one is a bit shorter, but it is on a line with the stumps. And Ashwin defends it off the back foot. Stops the ball with the splice of the bat. But there is no run, and there is also no danger as Lion comes in from gully to field it. India remain on 140 for 6. I'm just checking some stuff off on YouTube. Okay. And this one is played pulled aerially by Ravichandran Ashwin into the leg side. And the Indians have taken a single. Interesting, because while it was fielded out in the deep, it was fielded about 5 meters in from the boundary. And as we have seen in this match, a lot of times batsmen have taken a couple in these situations. It wasn't along the ground, so I can understand that they didn't take 3, but they only took 1, as Reddy defends the next one out into the offside, as Stark delivers it left arm over the wicket, and there is no run. 141 for 6 now. 16 the deficit. As we are seeing replays of Stark's delivery, as Ashwin is wandering out of the non-striker's crease, and he should know better, the Don of the Man-Cat, as many people call him derisively. I think running out the non-striker is a very legitimate method of dismissal, as Stark comes in again, and this one is jabbed through the slips by Nitish Kumar Reddy. And again, Steve Smith, probably the culprit. He looks at his left hand funny. But again, a chance goes goes unused, unused by Steve Smith. This time it would have been a very, very sharp chance, as the catch would have been very, very low. He probably misjudged the trajectory a bit, should have gone a bit more forward. He went to his left and not towards the ball there. If he had, it might have really, really been curtains for India. So the deficit shrinks again, this time to 13. No, 12, sorry. Next one is clipped into the leg side by Ravichandran Ashwin off his pads as Pat Cummins begins his 11th over. And the Indians have taken a couple. Ashwin on 7 of 10. Now 10 runs the deficit. 147 for 6. Yeah, I mean, I think it is good for the series if the Australians can level it here in Adelaide. A 2-0 lead in the series for India would probably be a very, very, very bad thing for Australia, mentality-wise. And would probably mean that India retain the Border Gavaskar Trophy anyway, because there is every chance that there is one draw in the series, and there is an attempt at a hook shot from Ravichandran Ashwin as Pat Cummins bowls a shorter one. There is an appeal from behind the stumps by Alex Carey, but that is probably more for show than anything, as no one is really considering reviewing that. And the replays show that Ashwin has missed it. There is no run. In comes Cummins again and again. Cummins bowls short, and again Ashwin tries to hook it, and again he misses it, and it is again taken by Alex Carey behind the stumps. But this time Cummins seems to have overstepped. Yes, he does. He lands on the crease with his heel, but the crease, as everyone knows, belongs to the umpire. So there is a no ball, and the deficit is now in single digits for India. 9 runs behind. 9 runs away from requiring Australia to bat again. In comes Cummins, and this time it is short again, and Ashwin is trying to hook again. This time he gets a bat on that one, and he is out, caught behind by Alex Carey. Cummins coming in. Oh. That would be a very, very faint glove. Yes, it is a faint glove from Ravichandran Ashwin. And he is walking off. Pat Cummins is high-fiving his team, and Ravichandran Ashwin has to go for 7. He is out, caught Carey, bowled Cummins. And who will come in for India now? Is it Jasprit Bumrah already? No, it is Harshit Rana who is coming in at number 9 for India. So the Australians, with their tail up, 3 more wickets to take, but they will be confident they can actually win by an innings here, one would think. That was really, really unnecessary from Ravichandran Ashwin. That was a bit of a rash shot. He really didn't have to play at that one. Cummins was bowling it very, very short, and there was no need for Ashwin to play at that, to try another hook shot, especially after he had missed 2 before. As Harshit Rana is greeted by Patrick Cummins with a wide on height at the crease. In he comes again. This one is cut, but only towards gully, and there is no run. 149 for 7. Still trailing by 8 runs, the Indians. One more delivery left in Pat Cummins' 11th over. Let's see what he can do. In comes Cummins again, right arm over the wicket. And this one is defended into the offside by Harshit Rana, and there is no run. The deficit still 8 runs. 30 overs have been bowled. And let's have a look if anyone is with us. Again, you can use the YouTube chat, and you can also use the Linux Lea Blue Sky handle to get in touch with the stream. Please do, and if you are watching this, please consider liking and subscribing. It would really, really help out the stream or the channel. Every like, every subscription, every chat message helps a small channel like mine with the YouTube algorithm. And the YouTube algorithm, as we all know, is the very, very indifferent overlord for any channel on this site. As we are seeing Jasprit Bumrah chewing gum in the dressing room. He is padded up and probably about to come in at number 10. Mohammad Siraj, obviously the number 11 in this Indian team, even though I think Bumrah made a duck in the first innings. In comes Mitchell Starc, left arm over the wicket to the right-handed Nitish Kumar Reddy. And this one is left alone again as Starc continues with his angled deliveries down the outside the off stump, angled across the batsman, and left alone outside the off stump by the Indians. No run, still 149 for 7, 8 runs behind, or 8 runs away from making Australia bat again. In comes Starc again, left arm over the wicket, and this one is driven into the onside by Nitish Kumar Reddy, and they have not taken a run as it is fielded by mid-on. Reddy doesn't seem to trust Rana. There would have been a single in that one. The deficit's still 8 runs. There are 2 slips and a gully now for Starc, who continues over the wicket, left alone again by Reddy, taken by Alex Carey behind the stumps. Relatively wide outside the off stump. Carey has moved to his right to Mitchell Starc bowling over the wicket. India still 149 for 7. Inside the 31st over. In comes Stark again. He has figures of 2 for 58. Left arm over the wicket. And this one is driven out to mid-off. And there is, again, no run. I don't think that in this situation there is much hope for the Indians, but it is probably good practice to not try to slog here. Good from Reddy to try farming the strike, protecting the tail as he drives a full toss out into the offside. It is fielded by Travis Head at mid-off. And the Indians have taken the single this time. So Nitish Rana, Harshit Rana. I'm sorry, there's another player called Nitish Rana, and we have a Nitish in this team as well. We have Harshit Rana and Nitish Kumar Reddy. So that's the explanation for me wanting to call him Nitish Rana again all the time. So it's Harshit Rana. Please forgive me, but I hope you can understand better why I'm sometimes calling him Nitish Rana. 150 up for India. 7 wickets down as Harshit Rana awkwardly defends one from Mitchell Stark, and there is no run. India trail by 7 runs. Again, let's have a look if anyone is with us on Blue Sky. Nope, doesn't look like it. Is there anyone with us in the YouTube chat? Doesn't look like it either. Come on, people, get in touch. Come on, get in touch. So Patrick Cummins is to continue the attack for Australia. Captain Pat Cummins. He has Nitish Kumar Reddy in his sights, in his crosshairs. In he comes, right arm over the wicket, 2 slips, a gully for him, and this one is clipped into the leg side. And this time, the Indians have taken the single off the first delivery. Why all the song and dance in the last over? If you are exposing what I can only assume you perceive as a tail ender on the first delivery of the following over, this makes not that much sense. As we are seeing Mitchell Stark having a drink at on the boundary. Next one from Cummins, right arm over the wicket, is defended by Harshit Rana into the offside. Stark stretching a bit now, out near the boundary. India trail by 6 runs. As Cummins readjusts his mark. He also readjusts his field a bit. I can't see what he's moving around. There are now 3 slips. There's a backward point. Is he bringing? Yes, he is bringing in a leg slip. There is a short leg as well. Mid-wicket. In he comes again, right arm around the wicket this time, short, and he tempts Rana into attempting a hook shot. There is no bat on ball though, and it goes through to Alex Carey behind the stumps. So very, very obvious field for a short ball from Pat Cummins, and he bowls one as well. Next one is played out and stopped by cover. There is no run as the leg slip is out again. I think the short leg is gone as well. Harshit Rana on north of 6. India 151 for 7. 2 more deliveries left in Patrick Cummins' 12th over. In he comes again, right arm over the wicket, and this one is jabbed out into the offside. It is fielded at backward point, and there is no run. I don't know why Nitish Kumar Reddy does not trust Harshit Rana. I mean, the man has a bat sponsor, so there's that. Can't be that bad of a batsman if he has a bat sponsor, am I right? Right arm around the wicket, and it balloons up into the air, and Travis Head at short leg is running after that, falling flat on his face but missing the catch, and the Indians have not taken a run. Cummins bowling right arm around the wicket, and Reddy gets the splice of the bat on that one. Head running back. He has the ball in his reach, but can only hold on to empty air. That was a definite chance for a catch from Travis Head, and it again is not taken by the Australians. They have left a few chances out there in this match, the Australians. Reddy now on strike as Stark continues, left arm over the wicket, and this one is cut out, and it is fielded by the fielder coming around from third man, and the Indians have not taken a run. Dot ball. India still trailing by 6 runs. Stark with figures of 2 for 59 from 13.1 overs. Reddy is on strike. He's on 29 of 36. And I think that is again the highest score for India in this innings, isn't it? Yes, it is indeed. So, Nitish Kumar Reddy is thus far the highest score for India in both of their innings. Expect him to bat at number, I don't know, 5 or something for the third test. Which I think will be in Brisbane at the Gabbatoir. Stark, left arm over the wicket, and this one is short and on leg stump, and Reddy ducks under it, and there is no run. India remain on 151 for 7. Let's have a look if... Nope, nothing on my Discord server. I was looking if anyone is ready to come in for a bit of a chat on air. 3 dot balls for Stark, and this one is an ugly drive towards mid-off, and the Indians have taken the single this time, so Reddy moves on to 30. The deficit is 5 runs. Reddy now by 2 runs, the highest score of the Indian second innings. And Travis Head is taking off his cap. So I think the idea is again to have another shot, a few short balls from Mitchell Stark, because I'm pretty certain that Travis Head is running for the helmet that he will wear at short leg. Rana is facing Mitchell Stark. As we are seeing Steve Smith in the background, he is at slip. 2 slips, a gully, and yes, again, short leg for Mitchell Stark. That is Travis Head. But Stark then proceeds to bowl outside the off stump, and Rana defends that one square of the wicket. There is no run. So he sets the field for a short one, then bowls a very full ball. Interesting gambit to probably confuse the tail ender that they see Harshit Rana as. In comes Stark again, left arm over the wicket. This one is shorter, but the line is on off stump, and Rana plays it out towards the slips. There is no run though. 152 for 7. Let's have a look if anyone is with us. Again, you can get in touch with the stream on Blue Sky, or you can obviously use the YouTube chat. Would be very nice if you did get in touch with the stream. I know that my subscriber base is primarily European, so probably a bit early for everyone. But if anyone is listening, the more the merrier. Let's reload the page just for once. Let's see. Well, I know there's someone watching. So do get in touch, whoever is watching right now. As Patrick Cummins continues, and again, Reddy takes a single of the first delivery of the over. India trail by 4 runs. And all of this makes the first over when Reddy was looking like he was protecting Rana very, very silly. 4 runs the deficit. Cummins again, readjusting his mark, readjusting the field. Scott Boland is moving around. He is at cover, I think. I'm having a head height shot of Scott Boland and Harshit Rana here. So from perspective, I am guessing he is at cover. There is a short leg, and Cummins bowls right arm around the wicket, and this one is defended into the leg side. There is a short leg again. That should be Travis Head for Harshit Rana. But this one is played down into the ground, and there is no run. Dot ball. Nathan Lyon now in conversation with someone that I cannot identify because they're wearing a jumper over their shirt and there are no numbers or names on the jumper. And I could only see the back, and this time the short ball has worked for Pat Cummins as Harshit Rana scoops one up, and there is a catch out in the offside as we are seeing replays now. Rana gets the top edge, loses sight of the ball, and it is caught by, I think that is Usman Khawaja in the slips at third slip, and Harshit Rana has to go for a duck. Yes, it was Usman Khawaja who caught it, but Cummins bowled it. India 153 for 8. Still not enough runs on the board to make Australia bat again. And let's have a look what's happening now. I think it should be Jasprit Bumrah who is coming out to bat for India at number 10 now. But first, some consumer information, aka advertisements, on the stream. Let's have a look in the meantime if there is anyone with us on YouTube. No, doesn't look like it. Yes, it is Bumrah, and Bumrah plays plays a very, very high pull shot. And Bumrah is off the mark. First delivery by Cummins as he pulls one aerially and very high, but it is fielded out in the deep, and the Indians have taken a single. So Jasprit Bumrah 2 of 1. 2 more deliveries left in Patrick Cummins' 13th over. India trail by 2 runs. Would be quite funny if they would make the Australians chase something like 1 or something like that. Next one from Cummins is short again. Bumrah is trying again to play a cross-batted shot to that, misses it, and it goes through to Alex Carey. There is no run. India 155 for 8, trailing by 2 runs. Final delivery of Patrick Cummins' 13th over is coming up now. Bumrah is on strike. He is on 2 of 2. On the other end, there is Nitish Kumar Reddy, highest scorer for India in both innings thus far. He is on 31 of 40 as Cummins comes in again, right arm around the wicket to the right-handed Bumrah. Again short, and again Bumrah tries a cross-batted shot, and again he misses it, and that is the end of the over. And the Indians still trailing by 2 runs. And let's have a look what the Australians are going to do now. I think there is 1 more over to go before there should be a drinks break. So let's see. Oh, they have changed up their plans a bit. Scott Boland is into the attack for the first time today. He took 2 wickets yesterday. He and Cummins took 2 each of the 5 Indian wickets that fell yesterday. He has bowled 7 overs, no maidens. He has conceded 39 runs, taken 2 wickets. at a slightly worse economy rate than Patrick Cummins, but let's see what's happening here. Nitish Kumar Reddy is the batsman on strike for Scott Boland's first over of the day. India trail by 2 runs. What are Boland's plans here? There is only one slip for Boland as he bowls right arm over the wicket wide outside the off stump, and Reddy angles his bat outside his off stump, misses it though, and there is no run. India remain on 155 for 8 in the 35th over. They are still 2 runs short of making Australia bat again. The only batsman, I say batsman, but the only player left out in the dressing room is Mohammad Siraj, who is definitely a bit of a bunny. The slip has come out now completely. There is a gully though. Reddy defends the next one back towards the bowler, and there is no run. 4 more deliveries left to go. There is basically no one behind the wicket as far as I can see. There is only one gully. There is no one behind square on the leg side, and this one is slogged, and it is slogged for, I think, 4 runs over long on by Nitish Kumar Reddy. Yes, it is a 4. So the Australians will have to bat again. That much is clear now. India lead by 2 runs and have, averted the innings defeat at Adelaide. There is no doubt that the series will be level 1-1 after this match. But at least a minimum of face is saved by the Indians here. Next delivery is a play and a miss by Reddy, and there is no run. India 159 for 8. As we are seeing replays of the boundary from Reddy, can he make a 50 here? That is probably now the interesting question. It would be his maiden 50 in Test cricket, and there is a very awkward late cut from Reddy that is fielded out at third man by, I think that is Steve Smith. Anyway, the Indians have taken a single, so Jasprit Bumrah will face the final delivery of Scott Boland's 8th over. India bring up their 160 with that single from Reddy. 160 for 8. The lead, a massive 3 runs now. I'm joking, of course, everyone. Australia have this one in the bag. India lose the second test of the Border Gavaskar Trophy 2024-25 inside 3 days. 3 slips for Bumrah as he squeezes one out, but it falls short of gully, and there is no run. Let's have a look if anyone is with us on either YouTube or Blue Sky. No one on YouTube, I think. If you're watching this, feel free to use the YouTube chat. It's much more fun if you interact with the stream. Any questions, any predictions? What are your observations? What do you think? What was India's downfall in this match? What did the Australians do better than at Perth? What are your predictions for the rest of the series, as we are seeing people up on the scaffolding of the Adelaide Oval in the blue and orange overalls and with the harnesses, with the safety harnesses. Apparently, now they have installed some sort of seats up there. It's not just that you are up on the catwalks there. There are apparently seats installed up on the scaffolding of Adelaide Oval. I don't know what you have to do to get there, to get up there. And I'm not sure if you would want to sit there, as Ready hooks Patrick Cummins' first delivery of his 14th over over fine leg, and this is hooked for 6 runs. So Ready on 42 now. He seems intent on making his maiden half century in Test cricket. India lead by 9 runs. So the Australians, well, we know that since a few overs ago, that they will need to come out to bat again. And next delivery, Ready overplays his hand, and he has to go as again. He plays at a at a short ball, tries to ramp one over the slips, and this time there is a fielder at third man out in the deep, and he takes a very, very easy and comfortable catch, and Nitish Kumar Reddy has to go for 42, and Patrick Cummins has taken a fifer. Nitish Kumar Reddy is out. McSweeney bowled Cummins for 42, and that brings Mohammad Siraj out into the middle as there is a drinks break. And I will be back with you very, very shortly after this drinks break. And we are back from the drinks break, and the first delivery that Mohammad Siraj faces is a drop, basically by Alex Carey behind the stumps. There is a dot ball. The Australians could have ended the innings early, I think. Earlier. So now Mohammad Siraj has faced 2 dot balls. There's a short leg in place for Pat Cummins, who bowls right arm around the wicket, and he bowls relatively short, and Siraj angles his bat out and relatively high at head height. This is called a bouncer by the umpire. Siraj doesn't get bat on it though. Carey takes it behind the stumps. Siraj facing up again as Cummins comes in right arm around the wicket, and this one is played out to cover by Mohammad Siraj, and he is off strike, bringing Jasprit Bumrah back onto strike. India lead by 11 runs as the first. There's a wide given retroactively, as we are seeing replays of Nitish Kumar Reddy's dismissal as he tries to ramp one, is caught out by Nathan McSweeney at third man, and as he plays the shot, he looks behind himself and he bangs the bat into the ground as he knows this one is a bad one. What has happened here? Final delivery of the over. It looks like Jasprit Bumrah is out caught at third man as well. The decision has been reviewed by Bumrah. There is much confusion out on the ground. DRS coming in now. There is a ball, and it looks like the short ball has not taken the bat. It has come off Bumrah's helmet, ballooned up there. So, a catch taken off the helmet. That's probably why Bumrah reviewed it, as it balloons up. And we are now seeing replays with Snicko, and there doesn't seem to be anything on Snicko as the ball passes the gloves. And this one is not out. I think that should trigger the concussion protocol again, shouldn't it? Jasprit Bumrah has been caught on the has been clocked on the head, as we are seeing that again. Bumrah has no hesitation making the signal, as Steve Smith is running around from second slip to take the catch. India still leading by 11 runs. Scott Boland is back into the attack. Pat Cummins stats for the series. In Perth, he took 2 for 67 in the first, 1 for 86 in the second. In Adelaide, 2 for 41 in the first, and now a fifer in the second innings. There are 3 slips for Mohammad Siraj as Scott Boland bowls right arm over the wicket, and Siraj attempts to drive at it. Boland beats his outside edge though, and there is no run. Plays an inside-out shot. Mohammad Siraj misses it though. India 168 for 9, 11 runs, the lead. A mere technicality probably for the Australians. That would be I think that would be the lowest test score of all time if the Indians won this one. Again, if you are watching this on YouTube, please do get in touch with the stream. You can use the YouTube chat. You can also use the Linux Lea Blue Sky handle that's on your screen over there right now. Get in touch. The more the merrier. It's always lovely to hear from you people who are listening to the stream. Also, please consider liking and subscribing. I know that this even though this channel started as probably the only German language cricket channel on YouTube that I know of, there is now a lot of English language content as well, and I have made a convenient playlist for everyone, for all international listeners. So look it up. As Mohammad Siraj drives one aerially, it dies inside the rope though, and the Indians have taken, let's see, how many runs have they taken? There is one. I think there is a second in that. So, yes, Mohammad Siraj has taken a second run. He is on 3 of 5, 14 the lead. The 170 is up for India in their second innings, 171 for 9. Boland in again. This one is slogged into the leg side by Mohammad Siraj, and this time he has found the boundary at mid-wicket, and he moves on to 7 of 6, 4 runs. Lead is 18, 175 for 9. Yeah, so for every international listener, have a look at the English language playlist. There are a few. There's a lot of live commentaries in there. I did in English, not necessarily for full days of Test cricket, but some full ODIs, T20s, and some interviews with interesting people like writer Anindo Datta, Gary Naylor, and Will from Gorilla Cricket, Andy Ryan from River Swept Radio, and WG Rumblepants, beloved figure of cricket social media, as Boland bowls one short of a length outside the off stump, and Siraj fishes outside his off stump with an angled bat, misses it though, and there is no run. Siraj on 7 of 7, Bumrah at the other end on 2 of 5, 18 runs the lead for India. Innings defeat averted, but very much Australia's match to lose here, one would say. Boland coming in, and Siraj skies one. Has he had enough on that? No, he does not. He is out, caught in front of the wicket by Travis Head. Very, very straight down the wicket. And that ends the Indian innings. They are all out for 175. High score of the Indian second innings is again Nitish Kumar Reddy, and this time he manages to top score in both innings for his team, and he manages to top score in both innings for his team with the same score, 42 both times for India. That seems or strikes me as relatively unusual. I would I don't know. I don't think I'm good enough or I'm proficient enough with Stats Guru to find out how many times this has happened before, that a batsman top scored for his team in both innings of a test with the same top score. He is the only Indian batsman to make more than 30 runs. Every Indian batsman that made double figures scored more than 20 though. The rest are single digit scores, except for Virat Kohli, who is the only one who scores between 10 and 20. Pick of the bowlers is Patrick Cummins, who takes a fifer for Australia. Scott Boland takes 3 and Mitchell Starc picks up the remaining 2 wickets. So India 175 all out, and the target for Australia is 19 runs. That is the innings break, and I will be back with you shortly after having a look if anyone is with us. Doesn't look like there is anyone on YouTube or on Blue Sky, so I will be back very, very shortly. And we are back with Australia's chase. Target is 19. The opening batsmen are out there. Nathan McSweeney and Usman Khawaja, as Jasprit Bumrah is opening the bowling. First delivery is right arm over the wicket outside the off stump, and he beats Nathan McSweeney's outside edge. And there is no run. In comes Bumrah again. There are 3 slips and a gully for him. Right arm over the wicket, and this one is defended back by Sweeney as Bumrah bowls on an off-stump line. And there is again no run. Well, the one would think the target for the Indians is now that they had avoided, their tail has avoided the innings defeat. To make sure they do not lose by 10 wickets, as Jasprit Bumrah comes in for the third delivery of his first over. And this one is defended by McSweeney into the onside. There is no run again. 19 runs the target. Reminder for Australia to level the series at 1-1 in the second test, the day-night test at Adelaide. Reminder, if you are watching this, do get in touch with the stream. You can use the YouTube chat, you can use the Linux Lea Blue Sky handle to get in touch with me. It's always much more fun if people are with us, interacting with the stream. If you are watching this, also consider liking the stream and subscribing to the channel. That really helps me out. Have a look around at on the channel. There is a very convenient English language playlist for everyone listening to this one here. Check it out. A lot of interviews nowadays. Interviews and some live content. As there are the first runs as Nathan McSweeney drives one out to cover, and there is a couple of runs in that for the Australian. So Nathan McSweeney is off the mark. 17 more runs required as Nitish Kumar Reddy misfields it and Shubman Gill cleans up his mess. McSweeney to face Bumrah's final delivery of his first over. And this one is right arm over the wicket, outside the off stump, and McSweeney leaves a swinging delivery that leaves him alone. Australia, 2 without loss. 17 more to go. Let's have a look if anyone is with us on Blue Sky. Doesn't look like it. What is going on in Adelaide? It looks like Mohammad Siraj is partnering Jasprit Bumrah with the new ball. In comes Siraj, right arm over the wicket to the left-handed Usman Khawaja, angling it across him, and Khawaja has no problem leaving that one alone as Rishabh Pant takes it way down the offside. There is no run. The target is 19. Australia need 17 more to level the series. In comes Siraj, right arm over the wicket, and this one is driven by Usman Khawaja. Very straight down the ground. There is Shubman Gill running after it, but not he can't throw it in before the Australians have run a couple. So 15 more required for Australia. McSweeney on 2 of 6 and Khawaja on strike on 2 of 2. In comes Siraj again. This one is defended into the leg side by Usman Khawaja, and there is no run. As we are seeing aerial shots of the ground now. Well, mostly of the nets and the outground. As Khawaja clips one off his legs, and has he found the boundary for the first time in Australia's innings? Yes, indeed he has. Clips one into the leg side of Mohammad Siraj, who bowls right arm over the wicket to the left-handed Khawaja. And this one has found the point boundary, and there are 4 runs, so 11 more. It's the backward point boundary, and there are 11 more runs required for the Australians, as there are 8 for no loss. As Siraj continues, right arm over the wicket, and again angled across Khawaja, who leaves one that passes him by wide outside the off stump, and there is no run. There are 2 slips, a gully, point mid-off, mid-on, square leg, and leg gully. As we're seeing the Jumbotron, who informs us that the Australians need 10 runs and the Indians need 10 wickets. I think I know who is favored by this equation, as Mohammad Siraj is coming in again, right arm over the wicket to the left-handed Usman Khawaja, and now my stream froze. Just the exact moment as Usman Khawaja absolutely middles it, and it looks like they have taken a couple of a very, very straight drive from Khawaja, who moves on to 8 of 6, and Nitish Kumar Reddy is into the attack to Nathan McSweeney. He comes in right arm over the wicket. McSweeney defends it into the offside. There is no run. McSweeney remains on 2 of 7, and there seems to be a bit of a problem with the Zing bails as the umpire is checking the functions. Today's attendance is 33,184, a good deal less than the 51,000 plus we had in yesterday. Well, I mean, understandably less, because this one at stumps on day 2, this one was a sure thing for the Australians, as this time McSweeney drives one square off the wicket, and there is another boundary. McSweeney now on 6 of 8, and the Australians need 5 runs more to win this. Nitish Kumar Reddy coming in, an attempt at a drive from McSweeney. And I don't think he got bat on that. No, he did not. Swing and a miss, and Rishabh Pant takes it behind the stumps, and there is no run. Next delivery. No, that's a replay of the 4 that Nathan McSweeney hit of Nitish Kumar Reddy earlier. There is a loop in my stream. I don't know what's going on here. Let's see. Reloading the page. Okay, we are now seeing the field. There is backward point, there are slips, fine leg, mid wicket, mid on, mid off cover. 2 more dot deliveries. The Australians need 5 more runs as Nitish Kumar Reddy comes in for the 5th delivery of his over, and Nathan McSweeney dabs one out towards gully, and there is no run. Yeah, Australia will win this by 10 wickets surely. Let's have a look if anyone is with us. There is no one on the YouTube chat. Come on, people. It's much more fun if you chat in to the stream. In comes Nitish Kumar Reddy, and this one is cut by Nathan McSweeney. Powerfully, final delivery of the over is finding the boundary for 4 runs, and the Australians need another one as the scores are now level. A single all the Australians need for the victory to level the Border Gavaskar Trophy 2024-25 at 1-1 before going into Brisbane on Saturday. And again, there is a replay. Oh, come on. No, it's not a replay. The broadcaster is again a bit unreliable. Now we are live again. Usman Khawaja is on strike. First delivery of Mohammad Siraj's second over is played out for a dot ball by him. Second delivery, bouncer, Khawaja hooks it in a tangle but manages to pull it in front of square leg to bring up the win for Australia, and that is it. Australia have leveled the series. It stands at 1-1 as Australia win the second test in Adelaide by 10 wickets. Give you a short summary of what happened. India won the toss. They were then dismissed for 180 all out on at tea. Were they at tea? No, they were dismissed for 180 all out. Yes, at tea. 180 out at tea. The Australian ended the first day on 86 for 1. On the second day, Travis Head made a very fine 140 at almost a runner ball, and the Australians ended their first innings on 337 all out, 157 runs ahead, and at that stage the Indians were trapped on the back foot. They managed to go to stumps on the second day on 128 for 5, losing the top order. And at that stage, they were still 29 runs behind. And, well, at the end of the second day, the thing was... It was clear Australia would win this. The question was just if they would win by an innings or by 10 wickets. Basically, in the end, they won by 10 wickets. Some highlights, some individual stats highlights. Mitchell Starc takes 6 in India's first innings. Pat Cummins takes 5 in India's second innings. Nitish Kumar Reddy is a kind of a weird highest scorer for India in both innings, because he top scored in both Indian innings, and he top scored with the same score, 42. All in all, not a very good display from the Indians here after dominating Australia in Perth. The bowling was a bit, well, it was a bit too wide and too short at times. The Australians also bowled a lot of looseness, but the deliveries that threatened the Indian batsmen were unbelievably good. So, the only one that was really, the only two batsmen in India's second innings, for example, that were really a bit reckless were Rishabh Pant and Nitish Kumar Reddy, and they were the two highest scorers in India's second innings. So hard to argue with that approach. Both of them were lower middle order or lower order batsmen, and they made the highest scores for India. So, well played, Australia. Some questions or some errors from Perth have been rectified. Marnus Labuschagne made a 64 in the first innings, so he bounced back after a forgettable Perth test for him. The question that probably remains for Australia is Stephen Smith's place in the side. He had a shocker of a first innings, making only 2 runs. He then dropped a lot of chances in the slips, misfielded, had a very bad test out in the field. So his place in the side will probably be under scrutiny. And yeah, all in all, I think I'm very happy with the series being level 1-1. Makes for high stakes in Brisbane. That is a test that will start on Saturday. Very early in the morning for Europeans, but I will probably do that one. I look to or try to do that one as well. So look forward to that. If you do not want to miss anything of that one, please consider subscribing to the channel so you will be notified when the stream for that one goes live. Also consider liking this live stream. And please forgive me if I end the broadcast here without a very detailed or a more detailed rundown of everything. Or well, we can do the scorecard. So the complete scorecard. So India won the toss and decided to bat. Yashasvi Jaiswal, LBW, bowled Starc, none. KL Rahul, caught McSweeney, bowled Starc, 37. Shubman Gill, LBW, bowled Boland, 31. Virat Kohli, caught Smith, bowled Starc, 7. Rishabh Pant, caught Labuschagne, bowled Cummins, 21. Rohit Sharma, LBW, bowled Boland, 3. Nitish Kumar Reddy, caught Head, bowled Starc, 42. Ravichandran Ashwin, LBW, bowled Starc, 22. Harshit Rana, bowled Starc, none. Jasprit Bumrah, caught Khawaja, bowled Cummins, none. Mohammad Siraj not out 4. There were 13 extras. That were 5 leg byes, 7 no balls, and 1 wide, making India 180 all out in 44.1 overs. The run rate was 4.07. The bowling card for Australia in the first innings: Mitchell Starc, 14.1 overs, 2 maidens, 48 runs, 6 wickets. Pat Cummins, 12 overs, 4 maidens, 41 runs, 2 wickets. Scott Boland, 13 overs, 2 maidens, 54 runs, 2 wickets. Nathan Lyon, 1 over, no maidens, 6 runs, no wickets. And Mitchell Marsh, 4 overs, no maidens, 26 runs, and no wicket. The Australian reply. Usman Khawaja caught Sharma, bowled Bumrah 13. Nathan McSweeney, with his highest score in tests thus far, caught punt, bowled Bumrah 39. Marnus Labuschagne caught Jaiswal, bowled Nitish Kumar Reddy 64. Steve Smith caught punt, bowled Bumrah 2. Travis Head bowled Mohammad Siraj 140. Mitchell Marsh caught punt, bowled Ashwin 9. Alex Carey caught punt, bowled Mohammad Siraj 15. Pat Cummins bowled Bumrah 12. Mitchell Stark called Harshit Rana, bowled Mohammad Siraj 18. Nathan Lyon not out 4. Scott Boland bowled Mohammad Siraj none. 21 extras. 13 buys, 1 leg by, 7 no balls, making 337 all out. The bowling card for India: Jasprit Bumrah, 23 overs, 5 maidens, 61 runs, 4 wickets. Mohammad Siraj, 24.3 overs, 5 maidens, 98 runs, 4 wickets. Harshit Rana, 16 overs, 2 maidens, 86 runs, no wickets. Nitish Kumar Reddy, 6 overs, 2 maidens, 25 runs, 1 wicket. And Ravichandran Ashwin, 18 overs, 4 maidens, 53 runs, 1 wicket. The Indian second innings: Yashasvi Jaiswal caught Carey, bowled Boland 24. KL Rahul caught Carey, bowled Cummins 7. Shubman Gill bowled Stark 28. Virat Kohli caught Carey, bowled Boland 11. Rishabh Pant caught Smith, bowled Stark 28. Rohit Sharma bowled Cummins 6. Nitish Kumar Reddy caught McSweeney, bowled Cummins 42. Ravichandran Ashwin caught Carey, bowled Cummins 7. Harshit Rana caught Khawaja, bowled Cummins none. Jasprit Bumrah not out 2. Mohammad Siraj caught Head, bowled Boland 7. 13 extras, 5 buys, 2 leg buys, 3 no balls and 3 wides, making 175 all out in 36.5 overs at a run rate of 4.75. The bowling card for Australia in India's second innings: only 3 bowlers used. Mitchell Stark, 14 overs, 1 maiden, 60 runs, 2 wickets. Pat Cummins, 14 overs, no maidens, 57 runs and 5 wickets. Scott Boland, 8.5 overs, no maidens, 51 runs and 3 wickets. And the Australian chase of 19 runs was relatively short. Nathan McSweeney not out 10, Usman Khawaja not out 9 in 3.2 overs for a run rate of 5.7. The bowling card for India: Jasprit Bumrah 1 over, no maidens, 2 runs, no wickets. Mohammad Siraj 1.2 overs, no maidens, 9 runs, no wickets. And Nitish Kumar Reddy 1 over, no maidens, 8 runs and no wicket. So, thank you everyone again. Like and subscribe, and we will see you, if you want, on Saturday, very early in the morning for me in Germany, for the third test of the 2024-25 Border Gavaskar Trophy, for the match from Brisbane. Thank you everyone, and goodbye, and see you on